I wanted to go over the difference between a low-end headshot for business purposes and a professional business headshot by my studio, Headshot Pros, also known as Dallas Business Headshots. So a friend of mine, a lawyer, attorney, who became a client today, went to their studio, and for $80, here's exactly what you get. And it turned out really well. No, it didn't. It turned out awful. And she hated the photos, and understandably so. So these are not good photos for business purposes. So what you see that you get 10 different poses, different poses. They just walk you through generic things. They're not looking at her figure. They're not looking at her face shape. They're not looking at the way she parts her hair to judge them. So like this one, it's not a terrible photo, but they're all way too dark and they're underexposed, which is very amateurish technically. But it's a decent smile. Her head is not too far to the side like this, which makes it look very fat. Unfortunately, this is JCPenney's. As you can see, JCPenney's interface. This is exactly what they gave her back. So $80 gets you this. It gets you 10 canned poses, and you just have to live with it. And if you want prints, you can buy prints for more money and charge you more money to get your pictures. So she went to this hoping to, quote-unquote, save money. But instead, she really just pissed it all away. She just wasted that money because what she got back is unusable. Now, that's not a terrible smile. That's a good expression. But the way she parts her hair with more of the hair on this side, that's closing her face off instead of opening her face up. So she came to me to repair this damage, and here's what I gave her, right? Here's this photo, right? So here it is. Based on the way she's parting her hair, we've got the face more open. We have the hair on this side of it in the back, right? And then I apply expert retouching to that, and you get this. My last step is to tweak the background, to retouch out some of these frizzies around the edge, and crop in a little bit tighter, and you get a much more usable, much more professional headshot. And the advantage of this is you make a much better impression on prospects and peers. So just an example of the comparison. Am I more expensive than JCPenney's? Absolutely. But when you spend money on JCPenney's, you're actually just throwing money away at JCPenney's. And that is if you need to be respected in your headshot. If you're just an auto mechanic and you need something for your name badge, maybe you can get away with that. If you're an executive, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an attorney, if you're a doctor, if you're a business professional whose image matters, you want somebody that's going to precisely pose her. She's a little bit wide in this area, for just your standard human being, right? And so we need something that's going to slenderize that just a hair, pull this lip in just a tiny bit, open this eye up just a tiny bit. These subtle changes means you actually care about the person and how they look. So don't be fooled by cheap imitations. See my work in more detail at headshotpros.com and also dallasbusinessheadshots.com. I've been providing headshots for business executives and corporate portraits for over 10 years, and let my experience and the quality difference go to work for you in your image.